Let me grab your attention by telling you what you want to hear. But first, I want to tell you why you want to hear what you want to hear. You want to hear what you want to hear because you want to know that what you know is right. You want to know that what you're feeling is in resonance with what the sound of the music that is playing, right? There's a song that's playing, underlaying in our soul, and we want to feel the resonance of being in tune with that vibe, that resonance, right? Like we search for things and we listen for what we want to hear for confirmation. We love confirmation. We love feeling like we're on the right path. We love validation. We don't want to feel like we're doing the wrong thing. Doing the wrong thing feels yucky. And yet, I've done the wrong thing. I've done the wrong thing many times. Even as it felt yucky, I couldn't not do the thing. That's a sidetrack that we don't need to go into. So, what you want to hear is whatever is going to match the vibration that you're at right now. And the algorithms are going to match that for you. Think of it like if you look at a color wheel and you want to pick coordinating colors, there's going to be a science to it. And the same thing with our phones and the algorithms. I've mentioned before how our brains are simply not able to process social media. You tap on the search button once in Instagram and instantly there's like 10 or I think 12, I think there was 12, 8 or 12 accounts and things happening instantly. And that I haven't even scrolled yet. All I've done is one tap of the button. Our brains have not evolved to handle that. Technology has out evolved our brain's ability to keep up with it. These apps are $1 trillion apps. They are designed to track your eye movement. They are designed to know where you pause, where you back scroll. I mean, it's not as it's some people think it's just commenting and liking. It's not that. It can track your eyes. It knows. It knows you better than you. And it's going to program you for how it wants you programmed. And if you're out there trying to heal, you're probably going to get stuck in a healing loop because you're constantly broken, constantly needing to be fixed, constantly needing to do more. And that's why you constantly need validation. That's why you are constantly scrolling and looking for the thing that you're looking to hear. Maybe what you want to hear is that it's okay to just rest. Maybe you feel like if you're scrolling, you're at least obtaining information that is going to help you progress on your goal. But are you doom scrolling or are you going to specific accounts on purpose? More so, if I have a hobby that I'm doing and I want to learn a new knot, I might go to Instagram and find that page and look at a new knot. But I'm not going to sit there and scroll and get lost in wanting to feel something. We're always manifesting our life. Some people feel like they're not manifesting their life, but like every person is manifesting their life. Whatever's happening in your life is by your creation. There might be outside influences that you are subjecting your power out to for them to influence your reality, but it's still your life. It is still your power. If you take it back, you can take it back. And as I say that, there is definitely an unraveling of releasing everything that has been controlling your manifestations, everything that has been hijacking your power. And suppose there is a paradox because it looks like some people might have everything And they don't need to be spiritual. They don't need to be doing good things. Some people are downright evil and seem to have all the finances and not that base worry. So to me, there's this there have been times in my life where money has meant survival. Money has meant housing. Money has meant food, which I don't know why, because I've lived rent free for a lot. I have not had to worry about rent or mortgages for a good chunk of my life. But for some reason, I've had this underlying existential fear that I have to worry about it. There's been, like, everything has always worked out, and it's probably always worked out in my mind because I've worried, because I've planned and prepared, and or because I hit rock bottom and asked for help that one time, of which the closest people. I really don't appreciate that this happens when I'm on camera because I don't edit my videos. What I was going to say is I hit rock bottom and I asked for help, and the people closest to me left my side almost instantly, if not physically, energetically. The people that could have been there at the very most with a conversation, gone. And that's hurtful. When you give up things that, about a year ago, my life about a year ago, it was crazy. I hit rock bottom, and a lot has happened since then. And here I am, doing my best, smiling through it, even with all the experiences that have happened over the last year, smiling through it, accepting the people that have came, accepting the people that have left. There are people that I pushed out of my life that maybe I shouldn't have, but at the time it felt right. And in the end, I pushed out the wrong people. But you never know, because I always try to follow my intuition. And at the time, I felt like I was making the good choices. I felt like I was doing the right thing. I was doing the work. I was doing the therapy, knowing the right words, knowing the right triggers, following the right inklings. And then instead of watching it rise, like you think you're going to make these steps and everything's going to rise up. However, sometimes it's like my mind's going to a dam for some reason. Maybe we have all this stuff in our life and we have this dam, and the dam breaks and it feels like everything comes rushing in. And if you've ever seen a flash flood, things get destroyed when that much water and that much power goes through a smaller channel. And it goes through and it knocks down trees that have been rooted for decades. And I know this from experience because I just walked through a canyon that has experienced many floods. Trees that were big and huge that I was able to slackline on just ripped out of the ground. Large, big, solid ground islands that gave me a concussion ripped out of the ground. Like, how tall am I? 5 feet? So I don't know, 4 feet of an island just ripped away. Things that we viewed as beautiful and solid, that supported us and gave us beauty and life, and the power of that built up energy can just wash it all away, uproot it, and change it. Now, this canyon that I'm talking about, I visited it after the flood, shortly after, and it was devastating. Like, I stopped it was a canyon that I visited frequently, and I stopped visiting it after the flood because it just wasn't the same, and it was heartbreaking. And then like people that didn't know the trail were creating new and different trails, and then where there was one trail, now there's 5 trails, and it was just like it broke my heart to see that happen to nature. And so I took a break from it, and recently I visited it, and it's been, we haven't hit monsoon season yet, so there haven't been floods, and there was a lot of spring growth and a lot of beauty to the change. And so even though things can go rushing through and uproot things that felt strong and solid and that you thought maybe were forever, are gone. And it can be heartbreaking to see what is left, because you didn't ask for it to leave. You didn't ask for the dam to break. You didn't ask for the flash flood to come through. You didn't ask for things that you thought were going to be there forever to be ripped out from underneath you. And then in nature, do you rebuild? Does nature rebuild? I feel like only men kind of rush in to instantly rebuild. That's not true. Beavers love to rebuild. That was a beautiful thing about this creek, is a lot of the parts of the creek were the way that they were because of the beaver dams. And so now to see the work of the beavers with every time a flood takes out their dam, like that is beautiful. That is very similar. So as I say dam, I'm thinking of big human concrete dams where there's, but in the end, it's the nature of the beavers dam that was kind of inspiring, I guess. So get out into nature because it's inspiring, and it'll help you see things in a way that is why nature does what it does, because we are nature. And the more that we learn how to accept that, and then the more that we learn to accept the power of our power, and to take our power and be in control of our power, while realizing that we're not in control of our power, because there's the natural being of God that is a higher intelligence than what we are, although we are God and are crazy. It's a huge paradox. Every time I get into it, I can't even try to explain it. When I started the idea of videos, I wanted to have framework to help people awaken, but in the end, awakening is psychosis and a big spiral turtle thing of energy that just recycles. But we do have some power and some control with our intention and our heart. And it is a journey that's worth taking if you want to become delusional. I guess there's both worlds. You can stay delusional in the matrix, or you can become delusional in awakening. Again, it's one big paradox of no matter what, it's all delusional and none of it matters. So you might as well have fun with it. But if you're going to have fun with it, do something important and not harmful. My name's Deb. I like to share human experience, help others gain insight into their human experience. I have no idea what this video is about. If it's titled, I'm amazed it has a title because it didn't start with a title. And I do remember just now that what I started the video with before I even hit play hasn't even came up once for the topic that I was going to talk about when I hit play. I say that because I want to emphasize how much of this is not premeditated. That if any of this resonates with you, it's meant to resonate with you. Because I'm not premeditating this. I'm not sitting down and thinking, who is my audience? Who am I making this for? Who am I trying to tap into? Like, I do that because that's what they say that you're supposed to do if you want to build a YouTube following or build an entrepreneur business, and you want people to take you seriously and gain credibility, and like that's how you build. And so I do those things, but it never seems to translate once I hit play. Sometimes I even have notebooks and whiteboards sitting behind the camera for me to look at and focus on. And instead, I go into a sense of flow, and so the distraction just, it's not there. I know what flow feels like. And when it comes through, I allow it. Flow feels good. And flow for me is videos right now. At one point, it was slacklining. At one point, it was going to the gym. Another time, it was doing yoga in the desert at sunrise or sunset every day. I've had an amazing life, and I've built it through intention and manifestation. And you can manifest too, because you're doing it every day, whether you know it or not. It's up to you to make it intentional. I mean, if you're happy, then obviously, like, maybe this, you're probably not even coming up on this video if you're happy. Oh, my bangs are so itchy lately. Okay. That's it. Like the video if you like it. Comment on what resonated below. Subscribe to have the insights come to you as you need them. But at least make sure they're showing up in your feed through subscribing. Okay, that's actually, subscribing just helps me. You know, it's, these videos are going to reach you whether you subscribe or not. So I guess I could stop saying that, because the videos will reach you whether you subscribe or not. But if you do click subscribe, it helps me manifest what I would like to manifest. And in the end, you get to show your support for people that are helping to create a new earth. If you believe in a new earth, if you believe in a new way of being, if you believe in being tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and alive in this world, making changes, standing up for what is true to our hearts and kind to our souls, and peace for all humans. If you're into that, but you don't know where to start or how to do your part in it, subscribing to my channel is how you can do your part. Being a number on my channel is how you can help create change. And I want to give I hesitated there because I want to give an example. When I first started eating organic, it was when I first learned about GMOs. Well, pesticides, I always knew, whatever, okay, you wash them. But GMOs, that was a thing. How do you, like, you can't wash off GMOs. And so I started going organic. And at the time, like, I didn't vote. And so for me, because I don't, I was a conspiracy theorist. So to me, voting didn't matter because they all are for the same person, at least nationally. But I've since learned that, like, the numbers matter. And so when it came to buying organic, I moved into this small town store, and the store had like hardly any products. It was harder to eat healthy because they didn't have the products here. And I spent 3 times the amount of money on my grocery bill supporting organic, supporting local. And that was about 15 years ago. And now a lot of the organic and local items are as inexpensive as the conventional items, and sometimes even cheaper. Like, they're on sale all the time. It is now, I voted with my dollars, and it made a difference. I had arguments with, like, I had to defend myself in this. Like, people would argue with me, telling me I'm wasting my money, telling me it's a stupid choice, telling me organic doesn't make a difference, blah blah blah. And you can see it in the numbers, you can see it on the shelves over the years. The grocery store is the way it is because I voted with my dollars, and because I spoke about voting with my dollars. I know that I personally have I have clients in this town. I'm a personal trainer, I'm a spiritual motivator. I have personally changed the shopping habits of hundreds of people in this town, thousands if you want to count worldwide. All right, so voting with your dollars matters. And that's why you should subscribe to my channel, because voting with your numbers matters. And the more when I get when I, what's the word? When I start feeling low about progress of my channel, I look at the channels that I follow and I see the numbers. I see the subscribers that they have. I see the likes that they have. I see the comments that they have. And I see the community that is building. I see the amount of people that are interested in this. I see the amount of people that are waking up. I see the amount of people that their souls are dying to be activated and dying to be seen and witnessed and heard and expressed. I see those numbers, and I know that this channel will one day have those numbers too. So ask yourself if you're going to be one of those numbers or not. If not, if it's not for you, it's totally okay, because we are here to express ourselves. And if supporting me isn't part of being aligned in expression for yourself, then don't do it. And that's why I don't follow the cookie cutter marketing schemes, because it's about being aligned with your own experience of a creator in this world. But if these things do resonate with you, subscribe, like, comment. Cheers. Have a beautiful day.